You need to follow this 4-step process to make yourself perfect at defense. And you can do all of those drills and exercises at home, no joke. I'm using those myself every day to make myself perfect at defense. Sometimes I'm just in sparring, I use those exercises and I just see that I'm blocking shots and so on that I didn't even see. So let's begin with it. Now the first step is so important, guys. It is like the key of all here. I'm going to start with the best thing first. It is key, okay? This thing is watching fights, but using it like a virtual sparring. So what that means is, when I'm watching fights, I'm of course watching the fights, like I'm analyzing them for my fight IQ and so on. That's also something different. But sometimes I just stand up and I just look at what the people are throwing and then I just block it, okay? I just block, slip, block. I just see what the people are throwing on screen, okay? What the opponent's throwing. For example, I just envision that I'm the guy in the blue corner and then I block everything that the guy in the red corner is throwing. Like he's throwing a body, I block it. And so on. Everything that the person in the fight is throwing, I block it. Okay? And so that's just mimicking like sparring or fight because you don't know what is coming. And if you want to make it a bit harder, that's like the next thing here. If you want to make it harder, you can also like do a bit of a virtual sparring with the people in the fight. Like you can just throw the jab out when he's throwing something. You can like also work on your counters, like defense, and then counter back, and just use it a bit again for your fight IQ to make it a bit harder. So you can use it as a virtual sparring, okay? So that's really, really good. Watching fights and defending everything that the person on screen is throwing. And if you want to work on a specific technique, the best thing is just, for example, I want to work on my low kick. I did that several times. I just search for like the best low kickers or fights where I knew there were a lot of low kicks and I just blocked like a lot of low kicks. Or you can even search for like low kick knockout or something and then just block like everything that is on screen. Just maybe search then specific moments, okay? Search specific moments to work on the technique, on the specific technique again that you want to get better at, okay? So again, just search fighters that throw a lot of low kicks if you want to work on your low kicks and so on, okay? Okay, so now the next thing, and you will maybe say, this is not true, why do you say that? It is video games, okay? Now you say, how do video games make my defense better? Now, maybe you're already playing video games, but if you're not, then I would recommend you playing video games, not being like addicted to them and just only playing video games and not even going to training and so on. That's not good. But what I mean is play video games, because again, a lot of studies say that video games increase the reaction time, and now studies can say that, but for myself, my experience was, since I play video games, like I stopped playing video games a long time ago and then I got on it again and I just saw that inspiring, like my reaction time was so much better than before since I play those video games. So the best thing again is something like play really games where you need reaction time, not just GTA and just ram some people with a car over. Like play some video games where you need the reaction time, okay? And other things you can do for the reaction time is also just going on humanbenchmark.com and using the reaction time test there and just trying to get better with like faster with every click, okay? So doing the reaction time test there and just doing that daily will increase your reaction time, really important. You can also do like drills, you know, those sticks falling down, you can also do that. What I would advise you, again, there are like classes that dim the room. This will even give you more benefits because there's something called light manipulation. Now, light manipulation is just simply when you manipulate the lights, that they are darker, it is harder for your brain to recognize those things, and so you get even more reaction time benefits of it when you make the room a bit darker when you do those reaction time drills, okay? So make it a bit harder to see. You can still see, but make it a bit harder to see when you work on reaction time drills or dim the lights. This will give you more benefits, okay? We see Ilia Topuria, for example, doing drills. I don't know if his glasses are really tinted, like that he sees less. Maybe it's just for style, but when we look at this drill, it could be that he's also doing light manipulation or just simply that drill. But yeah. Okay, now the next thing is shadowboxing and defending. Now, shadowboxing is also the key for defense. It's just simply shadowboxing and putting in the reps, okay? It's like muscle memory. It works the muscle memory, okay? Just standing there, you want to drill maybe the slip counter, like the parry counter, okay? So you just stand there. You work, parry, okay? You just envision a guy throwing something at you, okay? That's the first stage, like parry. Just simply stand here, parry. And envision somebody throwing something at you, like a guy throwing a jab at you, okay? And you react. You move a bit around, okay? And then, the jab's coming, okay? Also work a bit, like, make it fast. Your brain knows what is coming because, yeah, you envision it, but make it like you don't know, okay? Make it like, here it is, there it is, okay? Works a bit more the reaction time. That's really important. And then you can, like, just do your normal shadowboxing, like, do your normal, and then work the defense again, okay? Like, just work the defense. Use the slipping, maybe, okay? Just do your normal shadowboxing, and then maybe work defense in it, okay? So you throw maybe a combination, uppercut, hook, and then, oh, he's throwing a hook back, I slip, I counter and so on, okay? So that's really important. That you work with the shadowboxing. You can drill every movement in shadowboxing. Shadowboxing is underrated, but it works. I drill everything in shadowboxing. Like everything, I normally drill alone and in shadowboxing, okay? So shadowboxing is key, guys. Shadowboxing, like going at home after training and drilling as well, the mistakes that you did and so on in shadowboxing is so important, guys. So really just stand there. You maybe want to work on the body hook block, okay? So you just stand there, block. Or maybe you work it again on like your normal defense. You just, oh, throw a jab, oh no, there's a body hook coming. Throw a jab, oh now you roll, okay? For example. And so the next thing is something you can do at home, still at home, but maybe you need some people with this, maybe you don't, okay? Let me explain. Now the thing is just simple defense drills, okay? Now, you can do it with people. So people come over, you just say again, maybe some friends of you come over, some sparring partners and so on. Just say, maybe throw a shot at me, okay? Like just throw a jab and I block it, okay? And now what you want to do with defense drills is you want to gradually build up, okay? So if your defense is not that good right now, you just start simple, okay? And you can do that in a day, like really improve your defense in a day, on 2 days. And just like let somebody throw jabs at you, okay? Just first of all, the first stage, just he throws jabs, okay? He just throws jabs, okay? Just on this side, and you don't know where it's coming. So you just slip, slip, slip. And now, the next stage would maybe be like getting some hooks involved, okay? And then you gradually build up and then you maybe get this involved, kicks involved. And then you are in the stage where you can just stand there, like on a wall or something, and you just block everything that he is throwing at you, okay? So you work yourself up, like you get this technique, maybe you just start with one jab, then you start with the other jab, then you start with the hooks, and so on. You just build it up until you are at the stage where you can block like everything, and where you just go on a wall, okay? You go on a wall, and then you block everything, okay? On a wall, because you cannot run back, like it's not that you can just go out, but just go on a wall, and then like block everything that he is throwing at you, okay? Then you get to the stage. Now, how can you do that alone? Well, to do that alone, I would just simply say to you, stick to the other things that I talked about, and you can do those defense drills like at home. Just again, you can watch fights, maybe cut some clips out, put them together, so they are a bit like a defense drill. You can do virtual sparring, again, these are more like a defense drill, to do that at home, okay? That's pretty much how you can do that alone, okay? So just again, stick to the basics, stick to the shadowboxing, stick to the watch fights, and stick to those other things, and you get again the defense drills, the basic defense drills in, okay? So you can just do that at home. Now another way, and I'm going to do that soon, is in Combat School. We have a community where we have courses, a classroom, and I'm working right now on virtual defense drills, okay? I'm doing defense drills with you virtually, like we're building gradually up together, and you can use that like on the screen. There's probably no one that has ever done this. We also do virtual sparring and so on, and also you get like 24/7 access to me, where you can ask me any question, and like when you have problems in sparring and so on, you can just simply DM me, and I will get you the advice and answer your questions and so on. And also we do like group coaching calls on there. So if you want to join, it's $39 a month, price going up soon, so join now, guys. So now again, to summarize, guys, play video games. I want to say that first because play video games. It's actually working, guys. The next thing is, again, watch fights, defend what is on screen, maybe even do virtual sparring. It works, guys. I know virtual sparring is something that I like. If I look at it, I just think like, that's cringe. I thought this, like, it's just something like people that cannot box do that and so on. But I sometimes do that because it's really good for defense. I don't even do the sparring with it. I don't like throw shots out, but I just stand there and block whatever the guy on screen is throwing, and it works. It works just simply alone, okay? Then as well, do the defense drills with a partner. Still, you can do that at home. And do shadowboxing. Shadowboxing is key, guys. Remember that, okay? So I see you back here soon. Join Combat School now, and oh, camera destroyed.